the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 10. It shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Occam that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. Now I want to get in a lesson today on this article I found very interesting, all right, because it threats the economic system of what upholds Babylon the Great, all right, aka America. You see? It says a shocking Chinese AI advancement called Deepseek is sending U.S. stocks plunging. It says U.S. stocks dropped sharply Monday morning after a surprise advancement from a Chinese artificial intelligence company. Deepseek threatened the aura of invincibility surrounding America's technology industry. All right, which when Trump came in office, obviously you saw the wall, you know, the Dow, everything skyrocket. All right, and when you threaten the economic system, all right, you cripple that economy, all right, of those people, because everybody puts their money in, whether uber rich puts their money in the stocks, all right, that it may, you know, obviously financially advance them, but also keep you know, it pays a lot for the poor, all right, which keep you know the federal, you know the thing that the federal give out, all right, that funds that, you know, it funds the poor people. But what happens is because again, you know, obviously America is in deep debt, all right, according to the book of Joel. I'm gonna get that. Okay, this is Joel. This breaks down the economy, all right, which once the money is broken down, all right, you ultimately, man, you're crippled. Okay, this is it's Habakkuk, all right, that's letting himself a thick clay. Bear with me. This is Habakkuk 2, verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that letteth himself with thick clay, which is debt. All right. Obviously, they're in trillions of dollars of debt. You know, so to see any money to when you look in America and you see any money being, you know, transferred or ushered in any way, these other nations have their eye on the have the eyes on the money of this system too. You see? And when you owe somebody any money you're generating, okay, that belongs to them. All right? Or there's a debt that's owed. You gotta defer, you gotta pay it. All right? And America is in debt, you know, trillions of dollars of debt, man. You know, to what? You know, to China. You know? It says, but we gonna furthermore look into Deepseek. It says, let's look into Deepseek. That's what I want to look at. Salaki. It says, what is Deepseek? The Chinese AI startup that shook the tech world. It says a surprisingly, this on CNN, you can just pull it up. A surprisingly efficient and powerful Chinese AI model has taken the technology industry by storm. It's called Deepseek R1 and is rattling the nerves on Wall Street. All right? Because Now, you know I got to get the Ecclesiastes, all right? Ecclesiastes 12. You know, the older but goody. I'll jump to 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And this is why it's rattling the nerves, you know, on Wall Street, all right? Those people put their money in the stocks, all right, and try to make profits, all right? They see, like, Wall Street upholds the entire Babylon, the great, man, or the daughter of Babylon, all right? This is what's upholding this place, man. So once Wall Street and these stocks crash, all right, then down goes America, man. That's why those that look out in that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. It says because of things like this, man. It says the new AI model was developed by Deepseek, and they're also collapsing the dollar, all right, through the the IMF, and these other banking giants, all right. They're collapsing the dollar because ultimately their agenda is to usher in a new digital system, all right. So they're collapsing the physical dollar to usher in the digital dollar. It says so-called digital money, right? Fiat currency, this fiat currency that has no backing, all right. They're gonna make a new money scheme, all right. It says the new AI was developed by Deepseek, a startup that was born just a year ago and has somehow managed a breakthrough that framed tech investor Mark Anderson has called famed AI Sputnik moment. R1 can nearly match the capabilities of its far more famous rivals, OpenAI GPT-4, Meta's Llama, and Google's Gemini, but at a fraction of the cost. The company said it had just spent $5.6 million powering its base AI models compared with the hundreds of models, if not billions of dollars, U.S. companies spend on their AI technology. All right? That's even more shocking when considering that the United States has worked for years to restrict the supply of high-power AI chips to China, citing national security concerns. That means Deepseek was supposedly able to achieve its lowest model on relatively underpowered AI chips. All right, the company founded in late 2023 by Chinese hedge fund manager Liang Wingfeng is one of scores of startups that have popped up in the recent years seeking big investments to ride the massive AI wave that has taken the tech industry to new heights. Alright, whatever. Okay. Okay. Why is Deepseek such a big deal? AI is a power-hungry and cost-intensive technology, so much so that America's most powerful tech leaders are buying up nuclear power companies to provide the necessary electricity for the AI models. And I wonder if I think Trump had a $500 billion plan. Select it. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Let me see something. Let me Google this real quick. I think he had a $500 billion, a $500 million plan. AI, yeah, $500 billion AI investment. It says President Trump Trump announces up to $500 billion in private sector AI infrastructure investment. You see? So this is a direct hit to this, man. It says President Trump announced Tuesday billions of dollars in private sector investment to build artificial intelligence infrastructure in the United States, although Elon Musk soon cast doubt on the size of the investment. OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle are planning a joint venture called Stargate, Mr. Trump said in the White House briefing. All right, yeah. So this is a foe or enemy to Stargate. You see? It says Meta last week said it will spend upward of $65 billion in this year on AI development. All right, need trillions of dollars in investment to support the development of high-in-demand chips needed to power the electricity-hungry data centers that run the sector's complex models. All right, so they, and it goes on and on, right? But it says, what does this mean for America? The United States thought it could sanction its way to dominance in a key technology it believes will bolster its national security. Just a week before leaving office, former President Joe Biden doubled down on export restrictions on AI computer chips to prevent rivals like China from accessing the advanced technology. And this how it affects America. But Deepseek has called into question that notion and threatened the aura of invincibility surrounding America's technology industry. America may have bought itself time with restrictions on chip exports, but its AI lead just shrank dramatically despite those actions. Deepseek may show that turning off access to a key technology doesn't necessarily mean the United States will win. That's an important message to President Donald Trump as he pursues his isolationist American first policy. Wall Street was alarmed by the development. U.S. stocks were set for a steep sell-off Monday morning. The NVDA, the leading supplier of AI chips whose stock more than doubled in each of the past 2 years, fell 12% in pre-market trade. Meta and Alphabet, Google's parent company, Google, were also down sharply, as were Marvell, Broadcom, Palantir, Oracle, and many other tech giants. It says, are we really sure this is a big deal? The industry is taking the company at its word that the cost was low. No one is really disputing it, but the market freak out hinges on the truthfulness of a single and relatively unknown company. The company notably didn't say how much it cost to train its model, leaving out potentially expensive research and development costs. Still, it probably didn't spill billions of dollars, but it says it's also far too early to count on American tech innovation and leadership. One achievement, albeit a globe-smacking one, may not be enough to counter years of progress in American AI leadership, and a massive customer shift to a Chinese startup is unlikely. Yeah, this is threatening to the U.S., man. All right, with the AI technology, these computer chips and different things. Deepseek pose an imminent threat. It says the Deepseek model rollout is leading investors to question the lead that U.S. companies have and how much is being spent, and whether that spending will lead to profits or overspending. Say Keith Lerner analysis at Truist. Ultimately, our view is the required spend for data and such in AI would be significant, and U.S. companies remain leaders. All right. I'm just reading a little more silently. All right, that's pretty much the point. All right, so yep. So that sent shockwave through markets, in particular tech sector, on Monday. But that's pretty much the point. All right, need trillions of dollars of investment. Okay. Pretty much some of the things that I just read. All right. But That's the point. Let's play this video.
All right, breaking news. Stock futures are plummeting, particularly tech stocks. A very uneasy morning. Let's get right to Matt Egan to figure out what's going on here. Matt.
Well, John, this is really the first big market sell-off that we're seeing of Trump 2.0, and it's all being fueled by AI and concerns about a new rival AI company. Let's take a quick look at the market. We're seeing Dow futures down 400 points, a little less than 1%. More significant losses, the S&P 500, 2%. But look at this, 4% drop for NASDAQ. We have not seen the NASDAQ composite close by 4% or more since late 2022. So this is a significant drop. And one of the biggest losers this morning is NVIDIA. NVIDIA, the AI superstar, down almost 12% in pre-market trading. John, that translates to a loss of $400 billion in market value. Now, here's the crazy thing. This is all being driven by a Chinese startup that few people had ever heard of before a few days ago. So we're talking about Deepseek. This is a Chinese AI startup that is really raising some eyebrows in Silicon Valley, on Wall Street, and I would imagine in Washington, because it's rolled out this new model that is surprisingly competitive with the...
In Silicon Valley, one of those big banks that they caused the collapse, I believe a year or two ago, I can't remember how long it was. I can't remember it vaguely. All right, that controls a lot of banking. That controls it's this big bank. All right, that's connected directly to the the elites of the world. All right, that's all interconnected in that that IMF, man, International Monetary Fund. All right, which it pulls stress to them. So it is, but it's all, this is all being done to usher in that, those that MOT to the B, man. All right. Ultimately, that's the that's the goal. All right. Get this real quick. Let me finish playing.
The best stuff on the market. Now, it's not just that DeepSeek has this new technology that can rival OpenAI and Gemini and Microsoft Copilot and all these other U.S. AI companies. It's the fact that they built it by spending very little money, something like $5.6 million to build this new AI model. And that is really significant because it challenges the conventional wisdom, which is that you have to spend gobs of money to develop the newest and best AI models. Mark Zuckerberg, the Meta CEO, he said the other day that his company plans to spend tens of billions of dollars this year alone on developing AI, and we have this Chinese startup spending just millions of dollars. I talked to market veteran Michael Block. He told me that the emergence of Deepseek from China has cast doubt on the whole tech AI ecosystem and the massive spending going on. And John, look, we knew this was all along. We knew this was going to be a risk coming into this year, right? Tech way up, markets way up. A lot of this is being fueled by just a few companies, and there was always the risk that something was going to come along and challenge that, and we are seeing that play out in real time this morning.
It questions the foundations of these assumptions that people have been making about AI. Right now, down a little bit less than 4%. We'll watch that throughout the morning, Matt. Please keep us posted.
We will.
All right.
Yep. You heard it for yourself, man. So, Lord willing, this affects Wall Street and the economists, the managers of the keeper of the house. All right, to ultimately where they have to go through with the NWO. All right, and implement that new digital currency. All right, that this place can belly up finally, man. All right, so that's pretty much Lord willing, this this article was edifying, right? And one step closer, this brings it one step closer to that MOT to the B, and also one step closer to our salvation. So I don't want to write this out. It was edifying. That's next I'm gonna see. Well, Salaki. One more scripture, Salaki. I didn't finish it out. In Zephaniah 1 and 11, it says, "How ye inhabitants of Mektesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, and all they that bear silver are cut off." Yeah, it's the rich at this point. The rich is scrambling to kind of figure everything out, man, because they have it but a short time. So they have to implement what they need to implement, man. But the Lord gonna cut the rich off. James 5, all right, and Job, you know, different scriptures, all right, that ultimately cuts them off. All right, this is Isaiah. I'm gonna get this one right. It's the one I love this one. 23, one of my favorites. And 7, is this your joyous city, whose antiquity is of ancient days? Her own feet shall carry her afar off to sojourn, man. All right. So at the end of the day, merchants about to be cut off, man. Okay. These same merchants love it to oppress and Ozell, but the point is, what happens when they don't have grips on what's actually happening, man? You know, they're losing grips on really the time is working against them, all right, and they have to speed up their plan, man. You see? But it says, who had taken this counsel against Tyre, the crowning city at the time, whose merchants are princes, who traffickers are the honorable of the earth. You see? This that crowning city right now, Babylon, all right? This the joyous, so-called joyous city, man. All right? It says, the Lord Yahweh of hosts armies had purposed it to stain the pride of all glory, to bring in contempt all the honorable of the earth. So all this is being done, all right, to ultimately come up against this place to bring it down, man. Right? The house is dropping through in Ecclesiastes. All right, so what? The infrastructure is being compromised, man, by the rulers of by the economists of the house, or the managers of the house, man. All right, they have ran this place with in the ground, man. All right. So yeah, they crowning city, or that crowning city of today would be Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, man. You know? So yeah, that pretty much was the point. So I don't want to write this out. It was edifying. Next time I see Shalom.